Let's talk about Kung Fu Panda 4. The first two Kung Fu Panda movies are amazing films filled with a lot of heart, great action, and great character moments. And the third one is actually pretty good too. It does lose a little bit of its heart, but the action sequences are still really cool and inventive. And that's one thing you can always say about a Kung Fu Panda movie, that you're going to get some great animation. This movie does lack some of those really standout moments in terms of action. I really do wish it had that one really great memorable scene like Tai Lung escaping the prison sequence. But other than that, it does have some solid action, and the fight choreography is still some of the best you'll ever see in animation. This film is missing some of the heart that the Kung Fu Panda movies are known for, but that's not to say that doesn't have some really good emotional moments. It just doesn't have those really heartfelt, depthifying moments that really progress the characters and really show a different side to them. It really does tread on a lot of familiar storytelling elements. The plot itself is kind of by the numbers, but overall, I think the movie itself is enjoyable. There are great moments of action and some really funny moments in this film. I do feel like it does lean more on the humor than any of the other Panda movies, where there was a great mash of heart and humor. There were moments in this movie that I was laughing out loud and I was enjoying myself. And it's not a movie that takes itself way too seriously. The voice acting is really great. Again, Jack Black is a treasure. Viola Davis as a chameleon is actually really great. And Aquafina, surprisingly, as the newcomer Zen, is surprisingly tolerable. I don't think this movie was ever necessary, but what we got is something enjoyable, entertaining, and has some really cool moments that I did enjoy overall. And I was laughing my butt off. Yes, do I wish there was more emotional moments that pulled at your heartstrings? Yes, of course, but I also enjoyed what I did get. I don't think it's anywhere on the top echelon of Kung Fu Panda 1 or Kung Fu Panda 2, and not even Kung Fu Panda 3, but it is a good movie that does progress the story. I can see a future installment going forward and them creating a somewhat of a new trilogy with new characters. However, I did really miss the Furious Five. I know their appearances kept becoming lesser and lesser, but I do like them, and they are enjoyable, and they bring some great dynamics and different fighting styles that we don't normally get to see in the film. I will say that the internet is bashing this movie unfairly. This is a solid, entertaining film, and the internet is just hopping on this hate train and saying that the script feels like it's written by AI or that the story itself is generated by AI. But I don't think so. It's just another just solid entry. It's not something that's trying to go out and change the world. It's a solid, entertaining film that has some great humor, some good action, and decent story. Yes, it's predictable, but overall, it's an entertaining, enjoyable movie that had potential to do more, but they didn't. They played it really safe and delivered a decent animated film that has good character moments and action.